I think the way he came across on TV was the way he was. We went fishing several times. One time his wife Tracy joined us. We went over to Lake George, and it was interesting watching the two of them compete to try and catch the first fish. Then they were competing trying to catch the biggest fish. But I think Payne just loved life. He became a Christian late in life, but just a good, solid guy, a good friend. When Paul Azinger was going through his bout with cancer, Payne, when he was home, he'd go over to Sarasota a couple, 3 times a week and spend time. They were very close. John Daly, he's one of our new additions on the Champions Tour, and I don't really have a pulse on him. He's definitely a free spirit.
Right. I got a question.
Dink.
Was there ever a guy that you got paired up with that you just dreaded? I mean, he maybe had a foul mouth or bad attitude. It's just like, oh. And every time you got paired with him, it was like, this might affect me because I hate the guy. Anybody like that?
Do I have to name names? There was a guy, and several times it did affect the way I played.
Yeah.
And I expressed a concern to Larry Moody one time, and he said, start praying for him. And lo and behold, we ended up being fairly good friends.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Let me throw a couple names at you and you tell me yes or no real quick, and that means you've played around with them. Fuzzy Zeller.
Yes.
Chichi Rodriguez.
Yes.
Lee Trevino.
Yes.
Really? Wow, I'm 3 for 3. Anybody else got a name you like that?
Brad Bryant.
Who?
Oh yeah.
Brad Bryant.
Played with Brad many times. Probably gone fishing with him almost as many times.
Gary Player.
Yes, Gary Player. That was all. In fact, the story about Arnold Palmer at Burkdale, I played a practice round for a few holes with Gary Player and asked him if I could challenge him to a contest out of the bunker, because he was always known as a real good bunker player. And I figured, okay, I'll lose, but it'll be worth whatever we bet to get the lesson. And he said, okay, this time I want to make the ball spin right to left, which normally with a right-handed player in a bunker shot, it's going to spin left to right. But he could make the ball stop after one bounce. He could make the ball release like a putt. I mean, it was masterful.
Anybody else have a question you'd like to ask Mike? I really enjoyed getting a chance to visit with him.
A couple things, Shane.
Yes, ask me.
Before Mike won at Houston, he took me to play golf with him, and we went to Granddad, on the name of the course, where you played out of for a while. In the quarry.
Black Diamond Ranch.
Black Diamond. We go to Black Diamond and we played, and the next week he won Houston, so I've always told him it was a lesson. The other thing that you'll enjoy from